Welcome back to the magic behind Ukrainian actors featuring Robert Scott Holmes. I hope you saw already the first part. If not, just go back to our channel, and in the description of this video, you will find the link as well. So go back there, take a look, and subscribe our channel, because if you don't want to miss out if we have something new, you will be up to date if you subscribe. And if you would like to leave a like or a comment, that would be appreciated as well. So now enjoy the second part. Most actors who I'm talking to, they wasn't even sure about that that their verticals become so popular.
Yeah, like of course, there's always the thing as an actor where, well, I'm not sure if there probably are some actors who enjoy watching themselves back, but for me and for a lot of people I know, we all hate it. You know, there's always, you're so self-critical on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you could be like, oh, why, I wish my hair didn't look that way for that particular moment and things like that, or why did I say it that way? Why did my nose look like that at that point? And there's so many physical things and then performance things which you do wish that you could have changed or do things differently. But overall, if in that moment it serves the text well, and it creates the environment that was envisaged, then it's okay. You know, you can overlook those self-criticisms that you have of yourself.
So sorry, go on.
No, sorry, I was just going to go off on a tangent. So
so you watching your own verticals or your own movies in which you are acting?
Yes. Well, I mean, not because I primarily want to see myself, but obviously it's good to see yourself in some aspect, because then you can learn from yourself and learn from your own mistakes, of course, which there always will be. No one's ever going to be flawless. But also when I'm there acting on the set, obviously I love being part of that world. Like for that period of time, I was in that world. So I want to see that world created. You know, I want to see the results. So I like, for instance, when I watched this one, I love the world, I love the characters, I love everything about it. You know, I'm looking at every other actor and actress and I'm like, oh, they did that so well, like that's so good. But then obviously when it comes onto me, I'm like, oh, why did you do that? But it's just how it goes.
You always, everyone is looking the same way at yourself if you re-watch your work, but it's okay. And like you said, you can learn from your mistakes if you think it's a mistake. I wouldn't say it's a mistake, but you know better. Is there any role which you would love to play but didn't have the chance yet? Any role?
Yes. So I mentioned to you before, but I am a very big lover of history. You know, I think that there's so many incredible things in world history, so many good and bad moments that have shaped the world and the civilization in which we live. So I would love to play some sort of like period role that is based on truth. You know, something 70s, 80s, something James Bond-esque, but Cold War. You know, as I said to you before, like, you know, Berlin Wall sort of thing. Like I would love that, or World War II, or stepping back even further, you know, the sort of the Viking era. There are many things that I would love to do.
You would fit in. You would fit in the Viking area, not era.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, it's not about, oh, I would love to play a good character or a bad character. I just want to play characters, good or bad, in different points of time, you know, and also maybe in the future and different worlds. I'm open to anything, you know. I'm not trying to pencil myself in one direction.
By the way, some American production companies shot verticals in UK, in London. So they are not so far away from you. I'm not sure where you're at in England, or not in England, in UK. So maybe there's opportunity for you.
No, absolutely. I mean, I do see sort of castings come through for verticals in the UK, but every time something comes up, I look at the character brief, and my agent and I look at the character brief, and 9 times out of 10, it's nothing that we really think that I'm suitable for.
Okay.
Not because of the character in terms of its in terms of like the emotions and the sort of the feelings, but a lot of verticals in the UK, it's very, very, very look specific. You know, you have to very much look a certain way. And 9 times out of 10, my physical description doesn't match the physical description of what they're going for. So, you know, and then I just move on from it, and I just see if there's anything else. But if that possibility is there, then I would love to do it. Because as I said, as an actor, I just want to work. You know, I just want to do as much as I can, experience as much as I can, and just grow as an individual.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Yeah. Um, Actually, it must be so hard to find something like that where you fit in, and it must be so frustrating if you always never hear anything back from your auditions, or you get declined. But you actors get my respect to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. And by the way, I read, or you said something earlier, you speak different languages beside English. What's your mother tongue? But you speak Russian as well?
Yes, I do. It was part of my military training was to learn a couple of different languages, and Russian was one of the ones that I was allocated at the time.
Mm-hmm. And which else languages do you speak?
So I would say my level of Russian is up there. I would say it's pretty good. And then I know Farsi as well, but not as well as Russian.
Wow. It's not a common language.
No, it's
all over the world.
It's not, but that was another thing. Like I love learning languages because it's a very methodical process. You know, you have to learn the grammar for these things. You have to learn a lot. But I suppose I just love any opportunity to learn something, and I want to learn more languages. Like I would love to, and I am making plans to build up Ukrainian better, because I think that it is a very beautiful language. And it's Cyrillic, so I can read Cyrillic. And I think that would be an incredibly fun thing to do. And I am making plans to have lessons, and we will see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm learning on Duolingo Ukrainian, but for me it's so hard. I can read it a little bit, but speaking is. But I've always been bad in learning other languages. So yeah, that's why I only speak for sure German and English, and the grammar is sometimes so horrible, and but I can. At least we can talk to each other fluently.
No, absolutely. I mean, grammar goes out of the window for everybody sometimes. Sometimes I grammatically mess up with English, and of course with other languages, because they're not my native languages. But the emphasis on success is the trying. You know, if you can converse and you are understood, then you know you're most of the way there.
Yeah. That's actually easy. And since I'm in the vertical space and watching those verticals and learn more people around the world, or meet new people from around the world, I'm speak every single day English. So yeah, it's I never spoke. No, hold on. My last jobs, I had to speak all day long English, because that was a main language in my job. But yeah, I admire everyone who can learn different languages. That's pretty awesome, actually. Regarding this language, I know because of the circumstance in Ukraine, could you communicate on set with the people, even if you spoke Russian, or didn't you do it?
Yes, so there was no issues really with communication. We would use different languages for different parts. If there were some things that were easier to communicate in one language, we would use one. If there were some things easier in the other, we would use the other. But I would say one of the best moments that I had that I enjoyed the most was at the end of our last day on set, the last scene. I I wanted to say thank you to all of the crew because they had all done such an amazing job and they had made me feel so warm and welcome. So I wrote a speech, but I wrote it in Ukrainian and I gave it in Ukrainian. And obviously there are some words that I fluffed up a little bit on the pronunciation, but the intent was there and the thought was there. And yeah, it was just I very much enjoyed it, and it was probably one of the best moments for me because I just felt like I was giving something back.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And I guess even if the language, the Russian language and the Ukrainian language is differently, but a little bit similar. So I guess it would be easier for you to learn Ukrainian than for me, who never spoke Russian or Ukrainian. That's awesome, and I guess they appreciated that you tried to do it in their language. That's awesome.
Yes,
I like
absolutely.
that. But yeah, to this role which you acted, how did you prepare yourself for this role, and how was it for you to play a man who have the mental health issues and is grieving so bad?
So it was something that sort of I gave consideration to. I mean, there's some techniques with acting where you draw from some level of personal experience. So I wanted to bring some of that, and my thoughts for Christopher were on the basis of he had gone through so much hurt. He really loved his wife so much, but yet he was still successful. He was still affluent, but I wanted to give off the impression that he still didn't care about those things. So 9 times out of 10, if you have a very young, successful businessman, they will be very, very, very groomed. They will be very precise and accurate. And I wanted to give Christopher a sort of disconnected from the world feeling where he was there, but he wasn't there. He was
Yeah.
just he was placed out of it. And I wanted to sort of let that show a little bit in terms of the appearance. Like I wanted to grow, I let the hair grow out a bit more because there's still a basic level of personal hygiene, and he's not like a Neanderthal by any sense, but obviously he let his beard grow a bit because he doesn't feel like he doesn't want to be conscious of that all the time. His appearance didn't matter to him to that extent, if you know what I mean. So I wanted to give that, and I feel like those things worked well. And he has different sort of coping mechanisms. Like something, if you go back and you watch the film, you'll notice that there are many times where he feels like things are getting a bit too much. He will go for people have something that they will try and do to try and remain calm. Some people will play with something, and his was very much a tie sort of grab there, and that's him trying to gain some control or over his emotions. And it was structured, but at the same time, I allowed for the possibility of things to change should they need to change. And I am happy with how I and Oleg we created this sort of image
Yeah.
for him. Yeah, we are happy with it.
Yeah, and I'm impressed that the production company and the director let you decide, hey, I let my hair grow a little bit longer and my beard as well, that you could decide this. Or did they told you you have to do it?
No, there was no sort of communication on it at all, really. I went for my costume fittings and my hair had got a little bit too long, so it started to come out at the back a bit, and it was trimmed a little bit, and then I just said, is it okay if we leave it there for those reasons? I didn't really explain why. I just hoped that it would be okay, and they just said yes, it's fine. So I don't think that they knowingly agreed as to why those would be the reasons, but obviously that's what I wanted to convey, and I was allowed to convey it, so I'm happy.
Yeah, it went pretty well, and I like that there are so many new actors in it. I mean,
Yes.
Valentin, we saw him recently in After All That Hurt.
Hmm.
Yeah, you guys made a great job, and yeah, I hope that we see more of you guys, not just for sure you two, but the whole team, because the fresh air is always good.
Yeah. On that, like every single actor that I met there, I just enjoy being in all of their company so much. You know, they were all just so warm and nice, and I just got on
Yeah,
so well with everyone. Especially my friend who plays Goran. His name is Zhenya,
yeah,
and we just immediately had like this, which is funny because on the screen we're very sort of different, but on, you know, but behind the set on closed doors we were very much spending time with each other all the time. We were going to different parts of Kiev, you know, looking at different attractions and eating food, and just, yeah, we're like, we really connected, and we stay in touch a lot, and I do stay in touch with pretty much everybody. So it was a very good experience,
that's
and they are all
awesome.
very wonderful people.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, since end of February, I'm in contact, or I started to be in contact with the one or another actor, but since February, I'm with more actors and
Hmm.
now directors and Amo Pictures. I'm in contact with them, and I figured out for myself, Ukrainians are so kind, so lovable, so supportive. They are awesome. And yeah, that's actually great to see that you had a great time in Ukraine.
Absolutely.
And beside acting, would you see the opportunity for yourself to work behind the camera, like directing, producing, script writing, something like that?
So I mean, it's definitely something, because fundamentally, acting, not acting, I love stories, and I love the whole idea of creating a story and telling a story.
Yeah,
And for me right now, the biggest thrill is being a part of the story and having a role. But I don't directing is, it takes a very certain type of person, a very structured, organized person, which
yeah,
I am. I I've become less structured and less organized from my time of leaving the military, and I'm kind of enjoying that. I'm relishing the spontaneity of everything. Um, I have started to write something myself, just a screenplay of something that's passionate to me, and I'm very much enjoying the writing process.
yeah.
Um, and maybe one day in the future, I would like to be a part of that story too. But I don't, yeah, I don't know if I could direct it. I think I would like to act in it, and I would like to write the story, but I would need somebody else to watch over me.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I wish you luck with writing that because we always need new storylines.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and I actually have only two more questions.
Okay.
Um, Nothing bad. um, um, is there anything about you what nobody knows yet, but could be from very big interest for the audience?
Oh, wow. Well, there are many things that the audience do not know about me, and there are probably many things that I would not like them to know. But something that, okay, so I am very musical, and I play the guitar a lot.
Okay.
I use it as a way to show to I create songs on the guitar because it allows me to unwind. And when I used to travel around the world with the military, I would always buy a guitar in every single place that I would go to, and then any stressful times that I would have, I would just play it either on a balcony or on a beach or in the desert, just somewhere, and that would help me unwind.
That sounds interesting. Did you ever thought about to play the guitar in a movie? Not just
Should
vertical,
Yeah,
because
well, absolutely.
we have one vertical. It's called The Age Gap.
Mm-hmm.
And the lead role, Bogdan Ruban, he played in there the guitar, and he sang an original in this movie.
That's really cool. I would love to. If there was ever an opportunity to play a character who was musical and who played the guitar, then I would love to. I'm not the most confident singer, let's say, unless with the caveat of, if there's been enough beer and there's a good karaoke bar, then I become the best, most confident singer on the planet. But too much, like, personally, without that, it's I don't feel I'm not the most confident person to sing, but I do enjoy it. You know, I'm singing in the shower, I'm singing in the car, I'm singing a lot to myself. So I would love to do that, because then that would be a personal achievement of mine, to sing on camera for a project and get over that fear of singing, I suppose.
That's great. I mean, the same actor, he used to be a professional dancer,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a role where he danced a tango. So it's always great to see if you have more than one artistic skill, that you can use it even as an actor.
Yeah,
that's great to see that you get the chance to do that. And actually, I have only one last question, last but not least.
okay.
Do you have to say anything to the audience?
Yes, I would like to say that should you be watching this before you have watched our film, I hope that you enjoy it, and please, leave as many lovely comments or criticisms. We all learn from these things, so we would love to see your reactions and your thoughts. And if you have watched it and you enjoyed it, we are very glad. We are happy that we gave you this nice experience. And if you didn't enjoy it, we apologize.
Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you and meeting you, because we just recently started talking. And like I told you before, if you have anything new coming up, you always can reach out. And even if you have any BTS pictures or videos, you can always share it with me. And I mean, if you post something, for example, in your story, you can even add me invisibly, so I'm able to share it to the audience, because we love all BTS.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got some stuff lying around, so I'll send it over to you.
That sounds amazing. Like I said, thanks for being here, and we talk soon, I hope. If anything new coming up.
I will do. Thank you so much for having me today. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You too.